It is the moment you've been waiting for, the weekly news update. And yes, even though it is Khasino's birthday today, and yes, he is out of town, that is not stopping this news report. We're talking about all the big Marvel Strike Force news, including, yes, obviously the Fantastic Four. We're talking about them and much, much more, all coming up. Before we get to that, I do want to mention the sponsor of this video, ClanHQ. What is ClanHQ, you may be asking yourself? Well, it is a new, fully featured messaging app, and it is free on the Android and iOS stores right now. It's got all kind of features that can integrate with over 75 different games, including Marvel Strike Force. You got a full feature chat with stickers, gifts, photos, badges, and more. And you got a notification setting so that you can tag people and see everyone that reads your messages. Good stuff, guys. You can even store your game data so that anyone that you want to check out your entire roster, they can do that with just a click of a button. And that's really valuable if you're an alliance leader that's looking for new members, or if you are someone that is looking for a new alliance. You guys can find a perfect match with just a few clicks of these buttons in this app, guys. And because all your game data is integrated with the app, you can show off things like your total collection power and your strongest team power to anyone that wants. And it is right there in the app itself. So check out the link in the description, guys, and you can learn more about ClanHQ. Really good app. They're adding new features all the time. Hey, ClanHQ has some really big stuff coming up, guys. So make sure you check out the link in the description so that you can be one of the first people to use this app. Now, if you're ready for some news, let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
What's up, Valley Maniacs? ValleyFlyin here. I am back. It is time for the news, favorite time of the week. Once again, joined by Khasino on his birthday. Happy birthday, brother. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. What's going on?
Ooh, we got a lot of good stuff going on. Fun week. Fantastic Four. We're going to talk about at the end. We got a lot to talk about. Devlog. We got the beta raids coming back. Killmonger is going to be the next legendary character. We have a login character, not legendary character. And a lot more. There's going to be a long one as usual. Timestamps in description. I am playing on BlueStacks right now, so check out the link. It supports the channel. Install that on your PC. Valley merch and Patreon. But first topic, Vulture arrives. Now, I know a lot of people were disappointed with the Sinister 6 crap. Now that you have Vulture and Mysterio, what are your thoughts?
I really like Vulture, but the problem is his blitzes haven't gotten here quite yet, and he is really squishy. Even if you have him at high stars, he's a super squishy character. So when you have him at low star, which is I only am at 4 star and 3 red star, which for my roster means everyone I'm facing that's really low. He is so squishy. His kit is awesome, and when he survives, he does great. But yeah, mine desperately needs some more stars, so I'll have a more solid evaluation of him after his blitzes when mine's a little bit more powered up. But yeah, I mean, he at the end of the day is the key to that Sinister 6 team, and he definitely makes them work. I now can always beat defender teams with my Sinister 6, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with him.
Nice. I got a question to put you on the spot again. If you didn't want to take Green Goblin off your Spiderverse team, who would you put in that 5th spot?
Probably Kingpin, just because all the villain assists, and then makes them nice and tanky. 2 turns of defense up is really nice for them, and then it's pretty nice as soon as Shocker gives out those offense ups.
Yes.
Right when they fall off, Kingpin will jump in and refresh.
Oh, okay. I didn't look at the turn order, but yeah, Kingpin is super slow. That thing comes super late, but I like it. I like that comes right after Shockers. It's almost like they planned it. Weird.
Yeah, and he's great with all villains. Yeah, I can definitely see it. But the thing is, Green Goblin is a lot of dispel. So if you need to pull a bunch of buffs off the enemies, you want Goblin. And a lot of people ask me like, oh, for Blitz, what should I do? Like, for Blitz, just use Goblin on both. You're paying a little bit extra for one character. So let's assume that you use them 4 times at 5. Using them 4 times at 10, all in all, you're spending a total of 20 wasted Blitz charges, and you have 2 very reliable teams. So just use them on both.
Makes sense. I'm kind of OCD. I don't know if I want to do that once I finally get the Sinister 6. But
you can find a substitute, but
I'll be looking for somebody.
Yeah, just use Kingpin.
I might pull Kingpin off another team. I don't know. I'll
Honestly,
figure it out.
earlier today in War, I needed Dispel, and I went to use my Spiderverse team, and I forgot. Like, oh crap! I used the Sinister 6 team just showing off, and my Goblin was on it. So I just brought Doctor Strange. There's Dispel.
Oh, okay.
It worked out great.
Nice.
Smashed a Fury Shield team.
Ooh, I gotta see the footage on that. I like. I think they're a little better than a lot of people initially thought. Still think beginner team though. Now that you've played with them,
I still think they're a beginner team. And when you say better than people thought, I mean I don't know what people thought. Like the thing is they have synergy, so right away they're gonna jump in and do better than like the hand team and stuff. And I mean like the hand team has synergy, but not much. And to be fair, hand team's a bunch of minions, but so I don't think anyone was expecting to be like the worst team, but like of all the teams that could even kind of be considered meta, I don't know that they're I think they're still towards the bottom of the pack. Like I think I'd rather use a Kree team in most instances.
I've heard Rhino and Shock are really, really good together, and that's what kind of makes it. But I haven't played with them firsthand. So
Rhino is a decent standalone character. I like Rhino. He's all right. Rhino's purpose for me is that he hard counters Magneto. So Rhino is worth powering up whether you go for Sinister 6 or not. Just you'll never worry about Magneto because he'll blind everyone and Rhino just immediately removes all the blinds. It's just the biggest middle finger you can give Magneto. So.
It is. It's tough. I've been in war against a couple teams that had Rhino all across defense, but I don't know. That Brotherhood still could get through them if they have enough power. So.
Yeah.
All right. Next thing, we got a dev blog. Not a huge dev blog, but if we look at this, talk about Vulture flying into battle, beta raids, which we're going to talk about in a little bit, and mercenary event. That looks like that is coming this week.
Yep.
Anything exciting from this dev blog?
No, I'm not excited for any of this. It's pretty standard. The double mercenary drop is for the payday event, so I'm glad the payday event is coming back around. But
gold's always good. So.
Fortunately, we just got some really exciting news, but this dev blog came out before we got to break the news of the Fantastic Four and Namor. So
yeah, we're gonna talk about that, guys. So stay tuned, or you can check out the timestamps. We also got news that 10 for 10 is coming back. I liked this when they did this.
Yes,
that was fun.
I'm very, very excited for that. It's just a terrific value. Half the time I grabbed it even knowing it was going to convert to Ultimate shards just because it's such a good value.
I did too. The characters I had at 7 stars, I would buy them anyway. There's a bunch of Captain Americas I bought, and love it. Great value. All right, beta raids was mentioned in the dev blog. They are back. Before we get into some of these details, what are your overall thoughts on the beta raids? Happy? Not so happy? Difficulty crazy? Difficulty not that much of a ramp up as you would expect?
So they just came back, and I actually haven't. Usually, when you talk to me, like I try to save a lot of my progress the first time for a stream, and I'm doing a birthday stream. We're recording this a day early, so when I actually stream tomorrow, which is the day you're releasing this, will be my birthday. But so
when you're watching, it is Khasino's birthday. So reach out to him on Twitter and Discord and say happy birthday, guys! Come on, let's get the train rolling.
RIP my PM inbox.
It's all love, baby. It's all love for you.
If I don't respond, thank you guys very much in advance. But so with beta, I'm excited for beta. I haven't played that much of it, but yeah, I'm sure they changed the mini bosses and the bosses, which I look forward to. Again, I don't love when they've crazy overtuned them, but I look forward to it being mixed up and me having to actually use my brain a little bit when I'm doing the mini boss and the boss nodes. We'll talk about the tag replacement. I'm not thrilled with the tag replacement they did, and I will be fine with that tag replacement, but I am the 1% of the 1% that's going to be fine. That was not good for most people. We'll talk about it, but I will say I'm always happy anytime a specialty raid is back. Like people forget when a specialty raid comes around, people always complain, "Oh, the rewards suck. It's such a chore. It's not worth it. The orbs suck." And then they get rid of it, And immediately everyone's like, bring back specialty raids. We need our gold orbs. I need the orange gear.
We do need
bring
a gold.
It back. Bring them back. So,
if for nothing else, though, we need those gold orbs. One gold orb a day we need that.
Right. So I have people constantly, like even in my alliance, being like, oh, the rewards for this raid are dog shit. And it's like,
I agree.
I don't agree. I like the gold. Even if
the gold, yes, the gold, but the overall rewards.
The gold, the ability mats, the fact that you can get a character you want in the orbs, like, are they the best rewards of anything in the game? Of course not. But it's just a little side raid.
I guess I'm kind of spoiled because they were some pretty big rewards back in the day for these.
In the scheme of all raids,
yeah.
In the scheme of all raids, this for me is pretty midline. And as we get farther and farther in the end game, less and less of the, like, orange gear doesn't matter to us as much.
Not yet. I think it will one day. But
Right. But orange gear doesn't matter to us much. And then most of the character shards we already have at 7-star.
Yeah.
But for most people, that's not the case, and it's good news. So I just think people are a little too harsh on them. I'm always happy that a specialty raid is back.
Yeah, I like it. I like the coordination of the alliance. I used to really not like the raids, but since I got into the Pants of Hulk, it's been kind of a team effort. So I'm just trying to figure that out. Difficulty, I'm not thinking it's that bad. There were some tricky nodes, but this was a tricky raid to begin with, even without any tuning. So just because of the limits that they placed on you, but. There are some limits that have been changed. We used to be able to use Spiderverse on a few of those nodes. That has now been changed to Sinister 6. And I know you have some strong feelings on this one.
I really don't like that move. And again, I have wailed out for every character of the Sinister 6, not because they're good, just because I always demonstrate the new characters. So I will be fine, but I'll probably be one of like 2 people in my alliance that'll be fine. And my alliance is a very upper echelon alliance. So I can't imagine there are many alliances where everyone's got a healthy Sinister 6 to use. Right. Well, that's going to be most people. So yeah, I don't like it. Again, me personally, I'll be okay, but it's really not good for most players. And not only that, but the original Spiderverse at least have some sustain. Venom and Carnage at least self-heal. I don't think anyone on the Sinister 6 heals themselves.
I don't think so either, off of memory.
So yeah, and they're just not, the Spiderverse I think are just better than the Sinister 6. So
you think each could take out one node if you just had to think off the top of your head? Or multiple nodes for...
I would have to see how they're tuned. I'd have to actually see the nodes, but they don't have a lot of sustain. So if they're taking out nodes, they would have to do it. It would have to work out where they'd get most of their cooldowns back without taking much damage, which I would not guess is the case. But
I wouldn't either. I've seen those nodes. Those are some tough nodes. So.
Yep, and it's not like they all like spawn with speed up and execute their combos super fast. So probably not, but.
All right, let's talk about this orb real quick. Mysterio, Vulture not in them. And I guess they're the new characters. They're not... Vulture's not technically out yet for free-to-play players, and Mysterio's kind of a slow grind for most players. What do you think of them not being in this orb? This Sinister 6 City Villains orb?
Well, on the one hand, obviously I wish they were, right? I still need shards for both those characters, so it's a bummer that they're not. I wish they were.
Yeah.
However, I understand Mysterio, like he's a milestone character. So like Captain Marvel wasn't in the Hero Brawler one because she was a milestone character. Yeah. So it makes sense. Like I would be really shocked if Mysterio were in it. Vulture, I'm interested to see. I feel like there's a chance they might add him in once he releases.
I think the Sunday after the Blitz, they should, because it makes sense now. He's not a farmable or free to play as character now, but after the Blitz, I don't know. Hopefully,
yeah, we'll find out. Maybe he'll get put in there, but if not, yeah, he's the newest character, so it makes sense. It's a bummer, but it makes sense.
Well, it looks like we're getting a another character coming. We're getting a new login character, and this was another in-game mail that was Datamine last week. Killmonger. Looks like he won the vote.
Yes.
Were you pulling for Killmonger there?
Absolutely. Firstly, because I don't have a 7-star Killmonger, but secondly, he's an awesome character. Like, he's a really, really awesome character. I like Killmonger a lot. He's great. And a little tidbit. I've said this a few times. If anyone out there has footage of this, which I don't think anyone will, but we ran the math on it, and I promise you this is possible. It sounds ridiculous. I promise you it's possible.
I'm curious what you're going to say.
So, a 7 red star Killmonger versus a 7 red star Thanos. If Killmonger has offense up, which he can give himself,
okay,
and gets all 3 crits on his basic attack, he can 100-0 one-shot kill a 7 red star Thanos.
I would like to see footage of that.
I promise you the math checks out. I don't know anyone who has a tier 4 matted basic 7 red star Killmonger gear tier 13 all maxed out, who's, able to give him offense up and then get the triple crit. But it can be done.
Sorry, you said the math works out. Where is this math from? From MSF.GG or Datamine? Yeah. Okay.
But I mean, I can co-verify with their numbers being correct based on where their numbers have my Killmonger.
Okay.
So yeah, no, they're definitely right. I mean, he does a ton of damage, and between offense up and crit and the fact that he'll hit 3 times, he does a crap load of damage. I'm not when I'm talking about that specific instance, that's obviously like a super dramatic example of how much damage he does.
Best case scenario of everything.
Right. But if you think about like if the cards fall right, he can 100-0 Thanos with a basic. That gives you an idea for like where his average amount of damage will land. He hits hard and he heals himself for a ton of that. So yeah, I'm just a big fan of Killmonger as a character. I think he's one of the best blasters. So bring on the Killmonger shards.
Hardest hitting basic in the game?
Possibly. Well, so there's like Vulture does more damage for every debuff. So you could set up Vulture to do an insane amount of damage with his basic, but
hard to get a stars on him right now though, right?
Yeah, of course.
Cool. Venom looks like he's coming to Blitz next week according to a Datamine, and it looks like so they did the same thing with Night Nurse and Yondu with their blitzes. They're just blitzes, not coming to the Blitz store, kind of like Falcon. So probably the same thing for Venom. Thoughts on a Venom Blitz?
I'm happy with it. I believe my Venom is 7-star. In fact, I know, my Venom is 7-star. So, it's another Blitz vacation for me, which I like considering, we got Vulture coming up. I'm definitely going to have to put in some work for that one. And then hopefully it's Venom between the 2 Vultures. But
that's what my guess is. The Datamine doesn't have any dates, so don't know for sure. But that's what my guess would be.
It makes sense, but so Venom's a really good character. I like Venom a lot. I'm really glad mine's 7-star, and I'm interested. Obviously, I'm gonna have to make some predictions for it, but I'm interested to see what kind of scores people put up for Venom, because it's not that Venom is super tough to get, but Venom's good.
Yeah, and the older players probably already have him as 7 stars, and newer players might be pushing hard for this one. So. Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. All right, and I guess the big news of the entire week: Fantastic Four confirmed. I know you tried to throw some hints many weeks back, and we're getting Mr. Fantastic, Thing, Invisible Woman, Human Torch, and Namor. What do you think of these guys?
I didn't see the Invisible Woman.
She's in there.
I looked. I didn't see her.
Joke. I get it now. A little slow. we record these late at night, guys.
That is a terrible joke anyway.
What do you think of these guys?
No, I'll let my bad joke hang in the air for a second.
I'm gonna leave that in. I'm not gonna cut it out.
Anyway, I'm really excited by them. So the first thing is we've only seen their passive abilities, but I like what they've done where it looks like each person brings something to the entire team. And so when you assemble all the pieces, you get a really good team. Like that's what I like, where hopefully for, based on the rest of their kits, they're really strong solo characters, but having passives that kind of slot them into that team, but needing all the parts, like I like it. And then I really like Namor's passive because it suggests that either he converts them into a war team or that they're already a war team and he just amplifies it. But
do you think this team is going to work just these 5? This is the team, or it's going to be Fantastic Four, somebody else, and Namor goes on to another team?
There's no way to tell, but so I think that the Fantastic Four are like the Defenders, and then I'm hoping we get a situation where like Namor is the Punisher. But there might be a Miss Marvel that you can put in there too. You know what I mean? Maybe down the road.
I'm looking forward to seeing their kits. We got their passives, and I agree with you. I like what they do. We got the damage, the armor, resistance. Invisible Woman gives more health, and they look fun. And then Namor gives them more damage as well. So Human Torch and Namor just. Bunch of damage. I think, I'm not sure if the damage is just for war though. I think it is the way I'm reading it for Namor.
So it looks like he gains damage and then more damage in war.
Yeah, he's the war machine to that team, right?
Something like that, yeah. And I like that you made that comparison because it could be a little too early to call, but I mean these are some really big name characters. I think they might dethrone Power Armor as the war team.
Very possible. I would love to see their kits. It looks like Invisible Woman has that barrier. If we look at her passive,
yes, she's probably gonna be better at barrier than rescue if I had to guess.
She probably should be. She's a more iconic character. Right.
And she's known for her barriers.
Yes. It even made it into the Incredibles movie, right?
Yeah. But I really like the reflective damage that she provides if anyone has barrier. And then the thing gets kind of like Colossus style reflective damage. So I like that this team is going to do so much damage even when they're being attacked. And then all the assists that are going to get called on every turn, they're just going to have crazy assists. Like, yeah, they look like they're just going to be awesome. So, yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, and the more I read this, it looks like Namor does go with them because Mr. Fantastic passive mentions him. Namor's passive mentions the rest of the Fantastic Four. I think this is the team.
Well, if you remember a while back, I dropped a hint saying there was going to be a special tag that Cerebro came out and said was going to be Marvel 80th anniversary.
Yes.
So I'll tell you this, it certainly makes sense for all of them to have Marvel 80th anniversary tags.
Yeah, there's some of the older Marvel characters in the whole Marvel universe. So.
Namor is the oldest.
Is he the first? I know he predates Aquaman. Not a lot of people know.
So the very first two Marvel comics were Namor and then the Human Torch, but not this Human Torch, like the android one.
Oh, I'm not familiar.
But those are the very first two Marvel comics. Yeah, so Namor is the OG.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna call him OG Namor.
Kind of sucks that he fell off over the years, right?
I mean, he seems to be making a bit of a comeback. He is awesome, and people are really happy with him in Contest of Champions. If he comes in here and is just a super top tier character, he could generate some hype.
How do you feel about their looks? The character models that we've seen.
So this is going to be a bit of a weird take, and I said this in my little video announcing them. Mm-hmm. Namor looks awesome, and I know next to nothing about Namor, just that he's like Marvel's Aquaman, and that in the comics he's traditionally a bad guy, so he has like that kind of like evil, cool look. But yeah, he seems pretty awesome. I didn't really have expectations for him. Invisible Woman, Human Torch look great. Mr. Fantastic. I don't know. I've seen a bunch of different Mr. Fantastics. There's something about his face that it doesn't quite look like any of the other versions of Mr. Fantastic that I've seen. But it might look more like he does in the comics. But I don't know. Mr. Fantastic's the one where I'm like, I don't know. But then the one I was like the most concerned about, like, are they going to get this right? Was The Thing, and he looks awesome.
Oh, he looks spot on. The one I wasn't sure about was Human Torch. Just he doesn't look like some of the versions that I've seen. There's probably versions that look exactly like that, but he doesn't look like the versions that I've seen. So he's a little weird.
Human
for
Torch
me.
would be the next less familiar one, like after Mr. Fantastic. But for me, when I think of the Human Torch, like I don't really care what he looks like when he's not on fire. And on fire, he looks awesome. So I don't care.
We got an in-game mail that there are 4 new characters coming.
Yes.
There's 5 here that we know about. You think they're going to split up the Fantastic Four and have Namor be one of those 4? Or they're going to go with the obvious, release the Fantastic Four and Namor is coming later?
I don't know. I'm afraid to say this. I don't want to be right, but I think Namor will be one, and they'll hold back one of the Fantastic Four.
Oh, that's so frustrating.
It is, but think about it. It'll keep people on the hook. If you've got 3 of them, I have no idea who it is. So I'm just going to say the Thing, just as an example. We have no idea. We could just get the 4 of them. But imagine if like they gave us everyone but the Thing. So everyone would just be so hyped and ready. Like, come on, I got my Fantastic Four ready to go. I got my Namor ready to go. Just need the Thing, waiting on the Thing. Like,
I got no tank for my Fantastic Four. Where is he? They don't survive at all.
Right, whatever it is. Look, if they can introduce the X-Men and we still don't have Cyclops, like they're not above teasing a core member of a team and then holding off on them.
That leads to my next question. Do you think maybe Namor is legendary, or maybe Mr. Fantastic is legendary?
So I'll tell you this. I have no idea if this was true. This was a rumor I heard a while back, but like, if I've heard something and I have good reason to believe it's true, then I will be cautious of saying it here, lest it gets someone or something in trouble.
Yeah. This
was a rumor I heard a while back, and I had trouble believing it then. And the person who told me was like, I have no idea how true this is. Someone said it.
Okay.
So I don't mind saying it here because I don't know if it's true. But I heard a while back, the rumor was that Sue Storm would be the legendary.
And kind of makes sense based on, what they did with Shuri and Phoenix.
Well, Phoenix made sense because Dark Phoenix is just an insanely powerful character and was the title character of a movie. That one makes sense. She would be the legendary on that team. And Shuri, they had to pick someone that wasn't Black Panther because he was already in the game. So that was my thing, was like, if Shuri can be the legendary, Sue Storm can be the legendary, but they have all of them to choose from. So
we'll see what happens. We're getting
no
4 according to the in-game mail. So
I'll tell you this: I've stopped putting so much stock in those announcements because if you remember, the announcement for the patch that we're currently in said 2 new playable characters, and then it said Mysterio and Vulture coming soon, and we got them in this patch.
All right. Well, maybe there's some miscommunication in Fox Next. I mean, that's as unlikely as that sounds. There's some.
I have a theory, and not that it means anything. There's no such thing as precedent, but I think they're playing it safe and saying like, we're gonna give you 4, knowing like if something goes wrong and we only get 4 totally done and ready to go, that's what we said. And if we give them 5, no one is going to be on Reddit like, hey, you said 4.
I can't get all these characters. I only want 4.
Don't release Mr. Fantastic yet. No one's going to say that. So I think they're playing it safe and been like, promise 4, maybe deliver 5.
All right. Well,
just
I
a
hope
guess.
You're right. I hope you're right on that one.
It's just a guess.
Cool. Well, that is about it. It's again, not a huge big news week, but Fantastic Four. I think that is pretty big. You get some OG Marvel characters coming to the game, and I think that's exciting. So
it is a fantastic topic to end on.
Oh yeah, baby!
Something I'm really excited for.
The puns.
I can do this all day.
I know you can. All right, hey. I want to give you a big shout out. Happy birthday, brother.
Thank you.
And yeah, you guys reach out to him on Twitter. Seriously, send him a nice happy birthday wish.
No, please.
Yeah, do it. Send him,
Okay.
tag him. And do you want me to show the picture of your trip or no?
Yeah, you're welcome to.
All right, so this is a picture of my brother Khasino, looking like he's having fun on his birthday at the new Galaxy's Edge. So more Disney stuff. Stay within the Disney family.
Yeah. Yep. I'm down here, and I'm actually they had Star Wars comics in one of the gift shops that were Marvel.
Oh.
So.
Oh yeah, I remember those back in the day. The Star Wars comics were Marvel.
No, they still
all
have
the way
them,
back in the day.
new ones. Yeah.
Nice.
Even the new ones, but so I'm still doing Marvel related stuff. But yeah, for my birthday, my girlfriend got me tickets to Galaxy's Edge, the new Star Wars theme park. So yeah, checking it out.
Looks fun, brother. Looks like you're having a good time there. So I'm not sure what you're doing while you are away, but tell everybody where they can normally find you.
Well, I am doing a birthday stream. I guess by the time this post, that'll have already happened.
Yeah, depends on when the video drops.
Yeah, so I'll be back Friday morning. Like Friday's stream will be back to a regular schedule, but twitch.tv/Khasino every single day at 1 p.m. Pacific time, except when I'm out of town. Discord.gg/Khasino. Anyone's welcome to join. We got Blitz predictions, infographics, videos, and more. And of course, youtube.com/Khasino.
Nice. All the links are down below, guys, so check those out and make sure you send him a tweet wishing him happy birthday. I will see you guys next time. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, subscribe to the channel because there's more stuff coming, more exciting weekly news updates with my brother, and yeah, a lot of other Marvel Strike Force, Marvel's Ultimate Alliance, a lot of stuff, guys. Check out some of the links: BlueStacks, Patreon, Valley merch, and I will see you guys next time. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out.